Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this quick and easy cow heel recipe. If you are new here, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss a single recipe from me. All the measurements will be available for you in the description box below. So I'm starting off with about a kilogram of cow heels, which I've washed and cleaned to the best of my ability. I did find them somewhat cleaned from the store, so I didn't have to do much. So I'm then just going to be adding those into my pan. Okay, so once I've added it into the pan, I'm going to just start off with the basic ingredients that I'll be adding. I'm starting off with some onions, and I'm just going to place those inside the pan, and that's about half of an onion. Okay. And then next I'm just going to add some water, and this is the water which the cow heels will then be simmering in. And then next I'm going to be adding a little bit of salt, just to get that salt infused in our cow heels at an early stage. And then lastly, I'm going to be adding some ground turmeric powder, and this is just to give an infusion of that yellow color onto our cow heels. Also, I want to do it at an early stage. So you're just going to mix up all your ingredients just to make sure that the liquid at the bottom has all the salt and also all the turmeric spices. And then we're going to let that simmer away at low medium heat. So this is setting number 3 on your stove for about an hour to an hour and 30 minutes. So after that hour and 30 minutes, you can see what they're looking like. You can see that they've started to crimp in on themselves, and they are still not yet completely done, but we're going to now continue to let it boil for another 30 minutes. So after that 30-minute duration, I'm then going to add some tomatoes, and this is just to flavor. These are optional things, but I find that these additions just make my cow heels taste that much better. So I'm just going to mix the tomatoes in, and I've just chopped them really roughly. You don't need to grate them or anything, just a rough chop of your tomatoes. And then we're now going to add some flavor. So I've got some steak and chopped spice. I'm just going to add a little bit, not too much, because I do want to keep the authentic flavor that the cow heels have. And then I'm going to add some rajah medium curry powder. We're also going to now mix it up just to evenly distribute all those spices, and add some more water just to make sure that our cow heels are simmering within a liquid. And we're going to let that cook again for about 30 minutes. So in total right now we have spent about 2 hours in the cooking process. So now I'm going to flavor the gravy. So I'm starting off by adding a little bit of some garlic flakes. You can also use fresh crushed garlic if you've got that on hand, or garlic salt if you please, if you don't really like the texture that the garlic flakes make. And then I'm going to add a little bit of chili flakes just to give it a bit of spice. If you don't want something spicy, you can definitely omit the chili flakes. And then lastly, I'm going to add some Worcestershire sauce into our dish. And then we're going to give that a quick mix just to make sure that all the flavors are evenly distributed in our pan, and that all the cow heels will get a little bit of the spices and the sauces that we've just added into the pot. We're going to let that simmer for about 15 minutes, and then next we're going to add the final ingredient, which is going to be our gravy. I'm using the brown onion gravy just because I want to try and maintain the soft texture that the cow heels create, but you can also add brown onion soup if you don't want to add the gravy, or if you can't find the gravy. I just prefer the gravy mixture because it's quite soft. It's not actually going to even thicken our sauce in any way. It's just going to infuse the flavor that the gravy has. So I'm just going to mix that up into our pot. Allow all those flavors to evenly distribute inside the pot. So I let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes, and now I'm just giving it the final mix around just to make sure that everything is evenly distributed. And that is basically it for this recipe. It's very quick, it's very easy, and it's also flavorsome. You can also add some more salt if you feel like the salt that you have in your dish is not sufficient. You can serve this with some porridge, pap, or you can have it with a little bit of steamed bread, or even stamp if you want to have it with stamp. Thank you guys so much for this video. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.